Hi everyone, and welcome to this very special edition of Blogging 411, a 30-minute show where we talk about blogging, whether it is a content marketing strategy or we will, no, we have to ask you a very serious question.
Oh God, really, right off the bat?
But this is Mark Traphagen. If you would like to, oh my gosh, I forgot to introduce you as well. I can't handle people on both sides of me. This is very confusing. And then we have somebody in the computer as well.
Oh,
We got people all over the place.
Yeah.
So
So
great.
let's just start with me.
What about you? Tell us more about you.
I'm Nicole Murphy, in case I didn't say, and I'm with MomComplicated.com. And I would like to introduce my co-host.
Hi guys, I'm Allison Carter.
Little guy in the computer. Randy, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi everybody, I'm Randy Brown. I am a webmaster, run several websites, a little bit of a blogger, and I own iHelpers.net, where we can get you online quick and inexpensively.
And before we introduce our special guest, Mark Traphagen, for the next 6 minutes, I just wanted to let you know that it is a different strategy today. We are just going to have whoever's walking on by join us and tell us a
Because
little
we
bit
are
about the
where?
conference.
Where are we?
And Mark, welcome. We're
Thank
so
you.
happy to have you. This is fun.
It's great. I've never been a mommy blogger before. I'm so excited. It's a
Yes,
whole new,
welcome.
Whole new profession.
Yes,
for me.
apparently we play Mommy Bingo.
Okay.
Apparently,
Yeah.
according to your slide yesterday in your
Oh,
presentation.
oh,
I
yes,
missed
that's right.
that.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know about Mommy Bingo.
Either do I. It was
Yeah.
just in the slide.
Right,
It was
yeah.
just for the presentation.
But now you have to do content on it because I put that out there.
Yes,
it's on SlideShare
excellent.
and everything.
Coming soon, an article about Mommy Bingo.
Mommy Bingo.
So
Sure.
tell us, so this is a show about blogging, whether you tips or what is your, like your number one go-to piece of advice for bloggers?
Well, I think yesterday I did a presentation here at the Digital Marketing for Business Conference.
You did.
I did. Thank you for acknowledging something. So I get my check. Not that there is a check, but it was about the fact that there's a glut happening in the content world, and I think probably in your world, when it's a very popular niche, right?
Yeah.
Mommy blogging, and even I've heard of it. So how do you? It's finding that way, looking at, I loved what somebody else at the conference said earlier to me. I just latched onto it and said, like, we looked at the big players in our market space.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And we saw that they dominated the kind of content that would first come to our mind. It was like, no way we're going to be able to compete with that, or get into Google on their space. They're just so powerful. So they just began thinking, like, what are they not talking about, but that people are interested in?
Yeah.
So that's the first and foremost is finding that unique, and what nobody else is saying, or you're saying it in a different way than anyone else is saying it.
That is true. And Allison had a session this morning, and she talked about how to get past, how to find your own ideas and really truly find what people are talking about. Because I know that I think a lot of us run into this where you look at your competitors and then you almost block yourself because you only think of what they are writing, and you're like, I don't have anything else to write about. They're already written about everything, So you had some excellent but ooh, look who's coming to town. Come stand
on
over
over
here.
Yeah, you could photobomb me this time if we go like
that. This is our co-host Randy.
Hey, Randy.
Who is your guest there? Who's that?
This is Mike King. Mike, why don't you take a second and introduce yourself? The camera's right over there.
My name is Mike King. I'm awesome. No, just I mean, it's true.
Clearly, you can understand why we chose him for the show.
Yeah, that literally
It's starting to sound like me.
SEO, content strategist, social media guy, analytics, the basics.
Yeah.
Mike had an excellent session yesterday on kind of the creative circle and how to pick out your, oh no, what's the term? See, I learned so much from you yesterday. But just kind of determining who you're talking to, who your personas. Thank you. Your
Yeah,
personas.
Netflix is about you.
And really use step 2, and the biggest piece of advice where I saw everybody's heads go down and they were just taking so many notes was how to talk to creatives to get what you actually want.
Yeah, that's difficult.
Yeah. Let me throw in a little plug/tip here, since we're doing tips.
Yeah.
For Michael, if you want to get, if you want to learn about how to create content that grabs attention, that's unique, that teaches, it's substantive content, but that entertains, that keeps attention, find this guy's stuff online.
You don't have to say anything. I'm just standing around being beautiful.
Yes.
And if you ever get to a conference where Michael's presenting, get to that presentation, because again, it's a model you can build from. He knows how to bring that together, to bring interest, entertainment, passion, along with really substantive content. So you want to find good examples like that.
Yeah, so we want to know, what's your #1 tip for bloggers?
Ooh, putting them on the spot.
So, okay.
Mark Trapping.
Definitely follow Mark. But beyond that, I try to always create things. When I, create content, and then I always try to just make it like, if it's something complicated, I try to explain it using something pretty simple. So like, I did a 12,000 word post on personas, and I used Smurfs as like to explain it, basically, the analogy.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to do things that are exhaustive. I try to always make it fun and entertaining. And I mean, don't write anything you wouldn't share yourself if you didn't write it.
Yeah, that's good advice. Why don't you hop out? Let's get John in here real quick so he. Sorry, John. Come sit down because you're so tall. You have to stand. Charles, can you do me a favor and take our camera and move it back just a tiny bit? Can you take our camera and move it just back, like
Come on in, John.
scooch? You might have to sit. I'm sorry.
Sorry, he's pretty tough.
I'm going to make people dizzy for a second.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's good. That's
Thanks.
perfect. Thanks. Scooch it a little bit close. Yeah, just a little closer. I know we're live, people. Just calm down. Simmer down, okay? I'm sorry I'm calling you little, but you're tiny in my screen, Randy. You're a very big man. I know that.
It's like a tiny Elvis.
I'm like, look, I have a guy in my screen.
You dropped out, so I didn't hear much of what you had to say other than I was a big man.
It's probably for the best.
It really is for the best. It's fine.
So who's your new guest? Who do we have now?
John Lane. I'm the VP of Strategy and Creative at Centerline. We're a content marketing agency here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Doing a lot of work for IBM and GE and small people like Google and different.
Oh, it's hard not to look at Randy. He's so handsome. So Allison, hit him with the question.
Here's our big question.
All right.
It's a Blogging 411 show.
Yes.
What's your top tip for bloggers?
Top tip for bloggers. Link a lot, but don't link too much. Good tip, right? Seriously, I think that one of the biggest things is that blogging is about conversation. Content, the comments is obviously part of that big conversation, but one of the things that we found to work best for that's already ongoing, and those links at the beginning can really help with that by saying, this is a topic that's already been talked about here, here, and here. Here's a different opinion on it, but giving people those outlets to go and check out where the conversation started.
Absolutely.
That's a great tip.
Strongly agree.
So do you then tag the people that you link to?
Absolutely. Give as much link love as possible to the people, not just the post. Get the network going, and they tend to like that.
Yeah,
and they
great
get the
tip.
trackbacks too in their systems, and they're like, oh, let me check out this post, and they may link back to you as well. So
correct.
That's great.
That's from 2 weeks ago. Come on in, girlfriend. You can hop out.
Rotate.
Sure?
Yeah,
There you go.
it's okay. Look, we can get Casey.
Thanks, guys.
Come on in,
Thanks
Kelly.
for jumping in. I know. I'm sorry. Watch out.
Kelly, of course, is no stranger to us here at Blogging 411.
Hey guys!
Do you want to take my seat?
No. Stand back here.
Randy's in the corner, but the camera's over there.
Hey. Hi, Randy.
So say
Try not to stare
Yeah,
at me.
go ahead and reintroduce yourself to anyone that's new to the show.
Okay, my name is Kelly Phillips, and I have a company called WordPress Plugin Coach because I help take the frustration out of setting up WordPress plugins.
Yes, absolutely.
that
And we
was
can-
actually a question that I got asked today after my presentation was, what WordPress plugins do you recommend? I said, well, not only do we have a Blogging 411 show on that, but Kelly's actually right outside.
There we go. It's the most common question. So I'm developing online training, hopefully in June. Nicole's prodding me.
Don't worry, Internet. I will make sure that this happens. Trust. And you know, I was very impressed with the way Allison actually answered that question, and every blogger should have taken note when she answered that question, because she gave a little bit of an answer and then led them directly to an evergreen piece of content that we had, which was, you know what, you can find exactly what you need in great detail and then led them right to the post. So it was perfect. It was repurposing that content with just an easy answer, and then you don't have to bog yourself down with answering that.
Pressure. I need to answer like she
Casey,
did
you need
now.
a hat. It's all a hat.
Casey is fabulous. We don't mess around on this show. Randy, meet Casey.
Hi, Randy.
And
Randy's
tell us about you, Casey.
going along at this
Tell us
point.
about what you do.
Sure. So I am the director of online marketing at a company out of Boston. We are primarily B2B focused, so technology, manufacturing, some not always exciting things. But
you make them exciting.
We do. And stuff.
So, all right, our big question. What's your number one tip for bloggers? One tip,
Ooh.
number one.
It's got to be the best.
Yeah. Wow. That's so
Only
much
the best
I
for this
know.
show.
Go ahead, Kelly. You can go first.
Thanks, Casey.
Plus, meet Kelly.
Always have a call to action that is of actual interest to your readers. Not a call to action that says sign up for my list, but a call to action that is something they actually.
Is your list great? What is it about your list?
Yeah, like for me, it's are you being frustrated by plugins? I can help you do that. Here's this training. They're signing up for a specific thing, so specific call to action.
That's good. I have a desktop organizer for my.
I would say that was great.
Was that enough time?
Yeah. I was like thinking back here. I was like, oh boy, yeah, that's perfect.
I can't wait to watch the playback with
The
Casey's
wheels
thinking
turning.
face.
I mean, I think the biggest thing is we don't always think about that. We put our strategy out
If
there.
you need
and
to
we
hop
think,
out, thank you.
man, like, I'm just going to keep writing, and I'm going to be writing my calendar, but always take a look back to see what's really driving traffic and what resonated with people, and then do more of that.
Yeah, that's good
That's
advice.
really good. That was good.
That is
That was that
excellent
extra
advice.
time I had to think.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you.
And being on
Awesome.
Blogging 411. I think we're going to give Randy an opportunity to weigh in
Ooh.
about
Bye,
the
thank
value.
Well, somebody needs to get Phil Buckley. if
That's
we're
why
doing
we
that.
need to.
So, Randy, what do you think about all the madness going on over here?
Well, it looked